This is a short video about Google Drive, the file storage application from Google. So to get to it, if you're logged in to Google Classroom, you click on the Google Apps button and select Drive. Now for Drive, all of the files will be put in My Drive. So all of the files created by applications like Google Sheets, Google Docs, Google Slides, and so on, by default, they will all appear on My Drive. If you have any subfolders, you can also move the files in there, but by default, they will be put into My Drive, as you can see here on the left. So for example, if I open Google Slides and create a new one, and give the file a name, test slide file name, you can see here straight away it's saved to Google Drive. And if I go back and look at the drive, just refresh the page here, now you can see the file that I just created is here. So if I don't want it in that location, I go back to my application and move it into a particular subdirectory. So I could move it into Classroom or move it into Teaching or one of the other subfolders, or indeed even create a new folder. So for students, to help you keep things organized, the best suggestion would be to create a set of subfolders here for your years and your subjects. So at the top level, you might create, for example, a folder. So to create a folder, you click New Folder, and you might say First Year. So now you have a folder for first year. And then you might just go in here and click right mouse button and go for new folder, and you might say Maths. And you might create another folder for English, another one for Irish, French, coding, technology, and so on. Whatever subjects that you have in that particular year. So with all of that, then you would have all the folders in there. So if you create homework for any of those particular subjects, so let's say I create homework for English, and it is a document. So I'll come back here to Drive, and I can say New Google Doc, and I will call this Homework, English Homework, the 26th of September 21. And now that'll get saved to the root directory or the My Drive. But what I want to do now is move that by clicking this button here, and I want to move it into the English directory. Okay, so now what it says here is that the English homework has been moved from first year into English. Okay, so if I go back here now, what I will see is under English, I've got this in here. So it just helps you keep the relevant files for each subject in their own folder, so they're easier to find if you need to find them later. Otherwise, they will all be quite unmanageable after an amount of time. And then obviously for second year, you might create another folder. Second year, and create again the set of folders you need. So English, Irish, Maths, and so on. So this just helps you keep order of the folders, and now they're all accessible here on the left hand side. So yeah, first year, second year, and so on. So this just helps you better manage the area. The other thing to watch and remember is when you create a new document in any of the Google applications. I'll just create one here inside an Irish. So if I say new sheets, when the file comes up day one, it's given this default name untitled spreadsheet. So if I start doing some work in here, column 1, column 2, and so on, and then I go back and look at what's in the drive, the file name here is actually called Untitled Spreadsheet, and if you're not careful you could end up with 2 or 3 or 4 items all called Untitled Spreadsheet with a number at the end. Untitled Spreadsheet number 1, Untitled Spreadsheet number 2, and so on, which of course means that you'll have no idea when you're looking at this in 2 or 3 weeks time which spreadsheet is which. So it's best practice to, once you create a new file, immediately give it a name. Right, so if it's homework or whatever it is you're creating, give it a name straight away. Homework 26th September 21. And again, that'll automatically change over here in the drive itself. Okay, so all the files, none of the files are stored on your local computer. They're all stored in a data center, most likely in Dublin, inside a Google facility. So if you do need to get local copies of the file, then you right-click the file and download it here with this option. Okay, and what it'll do is it'll convert it into Excel, and then the file will be available on your local computer. Within the school you won't be able to do that because you can't save documents for security reasons on the computers within the computer labs. But that is the rough gist of Google Drive. So it's a file storage system, cloud-based file storage system that allows you to put all your homework up there. So the suggestion would be to create a set of folders for each of the years and each of your subjects, and then use this as like a filing system then to keep order of your files and give them names that'll help you find the files later if you ever need to get them again. Okay, that's what I wanted to cover. Thank you.